Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the world of Fate's Day Night. Now that the ads are over, I shall welcome in, as it is such a lovely day outside. You could even say it's a beautiful morning. I do not apologize for that transition. There's a bright golden haze on the meadow. There's a bright golden haze on the meadow. The corn is as high as an elephant's eye, and it looks like we're climbing clear up to the sky. Oh, what a beautiful morning! Oh, what a beautiful day! I got a beautiful feeling, everything's going my way. All the cattle are standing like statues. All the cattle are standing like statues. They don't turn their heads as they see me ride by. But a little brown maverick is winking her eye. Oh, what a beautiful morning. Oh, what a beautiful day. I've got a beautiful feeling, everything's going my way. All the sounds of the earth are like music. All the sounds of the earth are like music. The breeze is so busy it don't miss a tree. And an old weeping willow is laughing at me. Oh, what a beautiful morning. Oh, what a beautiful day. I got a beautiful feeling, everything's going my way. Oh, what a beautiful day! That's fun. Hopefully you've had a beautiful day so far. Thank you for stopping in, Skeeth. I appreciate you waking up. Passed out only a few hours. What? Please get sleep. You need sleep. I want everyone out there to get sleep. I know what it's like to not get sleep at night. It sucks. Especially right now. My body has, as it has gotten older, has decided, you don't need to sleep for more than 2-3 straight hours. That's all you need. They're just like, I'm to the point where it's just like, I hope I can get 6 hours of sleep at night. As sad as that is. Where we last left off, it looked like Saber's about to die. Oh boy. What the heck have you gotten yourself into, Saber? Will our heroic hero, Shiro, be able to save the day? Only one way to find out. It's assassin time, baby. Oh no, I'm not ready for an assassin. I've only played like 6 or 7 of the games. 1, 2, Brotherhood, Revelations, 3, Assassins, kind of Valhalla. I'm counting 7. I'll go 7. I wake up to a searing pain in my chest. Oh, it feels like I just got a little bit of heartburn. Probably no big deal. Back to nap time. Oh, I should question it. Why does my chest hurt? My heart feels like it's burning. Actually, feels more heat from the outside has been forced into my body. Did I put, like, piping hot coals into my body this time? Did I forget what I shoved into my body? Ah, dang it. From outside? I doubt myself briefly, but before I can think of what it might be, I find myself rushing outside. Oh, is he going to use a command? I think he's got to use a command to get her back over here. Saber, are you here? I open the sliding screen door to Saber's room. Oh, she's not there. Don't tell me she... No, there's no doubt. If she's not here... Oh, she went to Ryudo Temple on her own. Dang it. That idiot. Why hasn't she... She hasn't even healed, so why should she... Oh, I'm so angry my head is starting to hurt. I'm getting one of those head tummy aches. I didn't tell her I wasn't going to fight. I gave her a BRB. I gave her an IOU. I owe you one cool big fight scene, Saber. I'll get it to you, I promise. Grr! Oh, there's no point in fuming here. I need to hurry to Ryudo Temple. I can't let Saber fight alone. Well, I don't know what good I can do her, but if I get there, maybe I can do something. Like get disemboweled. Yay! Erg! She's a girl! Why can't she just act like a girl and do girl things like wear dresses and just go to school and stuff? Gosh! I run. I don't even take the time to change. Out front, I grab my bike and pedal as fast as I can. You have a bike? You're walking to school every day and you have a bike? Does your school not have a bike rack? I pedaled down the hill without braking. It'll take at least 40 minutes to Ryudo Temple even if I rush. Shiro about to help fight assassin in his pajamas. He could have some cool pajamas. We just have to hope it's not like the footy pajamas with like the little flap in the butt. But knowing Shiro, there is actually a legitimate possibility it is that. I don't know how long it's been since Saber left, but I need to get to her as fast as I can. This ain't gonna end well. Interlude. Again! These two interludes basically in a row? Alright. The blades cross. The edges of both swords come into contact again and again. Stroke after stroke. Sword and katana alike spark as they strike and parry. Several dozen exchanges later, neither opponent has changed position. Yeah, you still have the low ground, Saber, so you're still in a bit of trouble. Assassin standing on the higher steps holds his ground. Saber, who is trying to advance up the stone steps, cannot get any closer. Over time, she bleeds more and more energy. Also, probably more and more blood from those internal wounds that have not healed. One of Saber's attempting to reconnect. Hopefully we're back. Streamlabs, what's going on? I'm looking at my router and it's glowing green, so let's just assume nothing's gonna go wrong. Oh boy, hopefully we keep it in one part. The disconnection thing's been working. We've kept all the VODs in one part since we activated it. Though Assassin may be no match for her in strength, in speed, the flexible... Oh, Assassin may be no match. Yeah, this blade sweeps Saber's every attack. The ricochet katana gains speed and flips back towards Saber's neck like a gust of wind. Even as Saber dodges the blow by only a hairbreadth, the long katana flicks back towards her, giving her not a moment's rest. Dang it, I forgot the voice I was doing. In contrast to Saber's straight sword, Assassin's blade is curved. This is the Saber interlude voice. Remember the Saber interlude voice. Assassin's cutting edge is graceful, but it also draws a long, extended arc. Much like this battle feels like a very long, extended arc. You shouldn't be able to match Saber's sword as it moves in a straight line, but he somehow cancels out that difference. She suddenly stops. Her blade isn't moving fast enough to block Assassin's counterattack. She falls back a pace, knowing it's the only way she can avoid an incoming strike. Assassin's katana traces a fascinatingly beautiful arc, but at the same time it is so fast that it's nearly impossible to follow. It is seemingly impossible. ability owed to Assassin's skill? Or is it owed instead to Saber's being at a disadvantaged position in that battle? Able to reach a clear conclusion, Saber continues dodging Assassin's strikes and turns aside the blade as it arcs towards her neck with her own weapon. Don't get your head cut off! Nurg! The next thing she knows, she's retreated. No! That's even more of a height advantage! The extent of his long katana reach. It would be easy to rush up close to him once he sweeps his sword aside. But she can't do it because she sucks. And she doesn't have magic stuff. Must be owed to this enemy's superb skill in her own position below him, which has put her at a disadvantage. Just jump over him. Maybe that'll work. This is certainly a problem. This is certainly a problem. I had not expected that fighting against an invisible blade would be so challenging. Assassin is unmoved. He is fighting purely to defend. He need not chase after a retreating Saber, nor does he have any reason to give up the advantage of the higher ground. No, this must be the first time you've seen a katana, eh? My sword is quite wicked. You could say it's even defying gravity. An ordinary opponent would fall to a single blow, but you, on the other hand, have evaded it spectacularly. This pleases me, Saber. Additionally, your cut-in technique is marvelous. You are able to do so much with that small frame of yours. You must be impeccably trained. Assassin watches Saber, his posture relaxed, perhaps simply because he needn't go on the offense. The tip of his blade wavers, losing strength. But Saber cannot seize the opportunity. The man is not holding a stance. Long katana like that can only be wielded as long as the wielder is able to swing his sword from any position. Aw, he's winking at Saber. Do we got a little romance going on? Is something the matter? Surely you're not done. That invisible sword is not simply for show, is it? You do not know when to stop talking. The sword and katana clash. I have you now. Fun fact, there is no evidence Kyoreijo is real, and is often debated he wasn't because of how ridiculous the legend is. Very similar to King Arthur. Heck yeah, it's one of the cool things about this universe. It's just like, yeah, it's not real people. It can be like real historical figures, but it can also just be legends. That's a cool thing. The longsword stops mid-swing. Assassin grins, glancing at his katana where it stopped the invisible sword, and then parries again. While Saber catches the flash coming at her neck. Her invisible sword can confuse the opponent's senses, both offensively and defensively. Assassin cannot follow through on his attacks as proof. Not knowing how long Saber's sword is makes it dangerous for Assassin to close in. If Assassin were to attack Saber, he will do win. He knows the length. When Saber tries to smash Assassin's forehead, that attack. Well, this is bad. He knows the length of the sword now. It's roughly 3 shaku, long and 4 sun wide. Its shape, let's see, as benefits your name, it's a type of a western sword. Assassin may have spoken calmly, but his exceptional skill at appraising the blade is clear. Saber's strike had been so fast. Even were her sword visible, it would have been almost impossible to see. And yet not only has he managed to defend himself from the blade, he also figured out its shape and size. I can't believe you measured my sword without employing any magecraft. Surprised? However, this is but the trick of a mere street performer. In my opinion, as a wielder of a wicked sword, such tricks are the only thing I get to practice. He likes the word wicked. I see, your strategy was to simply parry my strikes to avoid being wounded. I can see now why a coward like you would call himself a wicked swordsman. Ha! Well, you must forgive me for not properly trading blows with you. You see, I have a long katana where I properly lock blades it would probably break. You must be the sort to go all out, while I cannot. I am not unable to put my full might into every strike with this katana. So you're gonna run away? We're gonna call it evil? Even? We can call it evil. You might be evil. Like purple hair, purple eye, purple suit. That feels... You're evil or Barney? Possibly both. So it has always been with the katana. Western swords cut with sheer weight and power. Our blades, however, rely on speed and technique. Do you see how different our fighting styles are? Then again, it would be disappointing to leave matters like this. Now, Saber, I believe the time has come to stop concealing your true power. Assassin, do you believe that I am taking it easy on you? Are you saying you're not? I do not know what your intentions are, but if you fight with your sheath on, it is somewhat insulting. Do you believe I'm unworthy of being taken seriously as an opponent? The sword is sheathed? Ah, crud. You do not seem as though you intend to comply. Very well, if you decline to reveal your own, I shall show you my secret technique first. And with that, the swordsman with the long katana drifts down next to Saber. Quick, Saber, run up the stairs! Get the high ground! What? As for an assassin to give up his advantaged position is as good as inviting death. He may be a superb swordsman, but it was the landscape of their battleground that gave him that advantage. If the two are to fight on level ground, Saber should have no trouble repelling Assassin's attack, and taking his head then and there. Assassin should know this well. So why? Brace yourself or you will die, Saber! Ha ha! Saber instinctively reacts to the smoothness of his voice, for he is speaking the truth. Assassin descending the stairs has not put her in an advantageous position. Her intuition, which has enabled her to triumph so many times, warns her of the mistake. She readies her invisible sword. What you doing, Mr. Katana Man? Sing me a song, Mr. Katana Man. Roughly 3 meters separates the two. He readies himself. Readies himself? Is that grammatically incorrect? I feel like that's grammatically incorrect. His readies himself. The stance he takes now is one he has not taken in their battle thus far. Secret technique! Saber charges. The long katana is meaningless now. The moment she draws near Assassin, the katana will become a liability. Yet, swallow, reversal, gulp. Such logic means little to a swordsman like him. Lightning strikes. Faster even than Saber's blade, the demonic blow strikes down in a single line. What did he do? Explain your magic. The swallow cut, where he swings in 3 places simultaneously, is legend to have its own Wikipedia page. It's also impossible that it's a major reason why he's so believed to be fictional. But it's not if Saber can't block such an attack. She quickly raises her sword to defend, repelling the attack. Gotcha. Even Assassin will be left open after an attack that is turned aside. In that split second, Saber's attempt to cut through Assassin's stomach. Swiftly, thrusting in her instinct, Saber rolls down the stone steps. No, you roll up! You need to get the heights! She rolls away as if she's fleeing. She makes no effort to even soften her landing. All Saber does is frantically hurl herself down the stairs. Well, luckily she wasn't like holding hands with a boy or something as this happened, or it would have gotten awkward. Saber stops rolling and gets to her feet. Above her on the stairs, she sees the swordman standing at his ease. You managed to evade my secret technique. I should expect no less, Saber. You are far and away the superior of a swallow. I can't believe it, that was. There's nothing to be impressed by. Something I thought up when I considered how to slay a swallow. He raises his long katana up high. The motion is done as if to mimic the demonic sword's motion he demonstrated earlier. Can you see this, Saber? Swallows avoid attacks by catching the wind. Fast or slow, it doesn't matter. The sword always disrupts the atmosphere, no matter what sort it might be. Swallows feel that tremor and react by changing directions. so no attack can slay a swallow. A sword can only move in a single line, cannot catch a swallow, which can fly through the air in all directions. So your only option, deny the path of escape. The first sword attacks the swallow, second surrounds the swallow as it reads the movement. They are fast. Long as this katana is the second sword, will surely not reach the swallow in time. If I hope to capture the swallow, I will need to strike with the second sword at the same instant as the first, but such is beyond human power. I accepted it as a possibility. Unfortunately to you, I have nothing better to do with my time. I didn't have a Crunchyroll or a Twitch or a YouTube in my day. I think determination's the key to success. Simple, worthless idea like killing a swallow became a super-duper secret technique that created a prison by employing multiple simultaneous strikes of the sword. Saber cannot help but disagree with the matter-of-fact narrative. It is untrue. His technique is not as simple as he claims. Executing 2 attacks simultaneously? Impossible. 2 blades struck at exactly the same time. At that moment, there existed 2 separate katana. Ishiro Zeltron, a multidimensional refraction phenomenon, a servant whose skill reaches the level of a noble phantasm without even using magecraft, but by skill alone. It is most certainly to be admired. That single blow made it very clear. Kojiro does not possess a noble phantasm as heroic spirits normally do. Zelrech is a Tsukihime character. Cool to know. Is it a sparrow? As he has a magical sword and its sheer power reaching the realms of the gods. What's astonishing is that this man, a mere human, has managed to stand on equal ground as a heroic spirit. But my footing was bad. A swallow reversal typically employs 3 slices. If I had had more room, I could have used my horizontal slash. I'd assume so, otherwise the attack would be incomplete. If everything happened at the same time, the second sword would naturally slow down. To compensate, there gotta be a third horizontal attack to prevent the opponent escaping. Quick study indeed. No wonder you managed to evade my technique. How wonderful, Saber. I had so cursed my summoning to this material world, for I am not a material girl. And the lament ends tonight, an opportunity to face an opponent that would have been impossible in my lifetime. And a chance to use my secret wicked technique on them is enough to make the summoning well worth it. Assassin readies his sword again, descending the stone steps. He must be after Saber's head. Saber is not confident that she is able to dodge that secret technique again. Like the Gay Bolg, the swallow reversal of this technique one cannot allow the wielder to use, except unlike the Gay Bolg, which one can defend once they understand what it is, and know it will strike the heart. There is no defense against Assassin's secret technique. It cannot be evaded, even when no one knows what it is. If there is a defense, it lies in preventing the use of the attack. The only way to defeat him is to deliver a devastating blow before he can unleash his secret technique. I see. I should not take it easy on you. Lowers her hands. Saber drops the tip of her invisible sword, as if driving it in the ground, and glares up at Assassin as he approaches. So, are you ready to go all out, Saber? Assassin stops descending the steps and readies his secret technique once more. Saber looks at him bravely. I too have no complaints. Will you be able to endure my attack, Assassin? Here it comes! Saber releases her restraints! The air trembles. As it is responding to her will, her sword releases a torrential gust of wind. Assassin retreats several steps. The gale force released from Saber's sword are extraordinary. Even the thick trees on either side creak and groan. So strong is the wind, it all but explodes outward from her blade. The atmosphere sealed within is released and roars outwards in all directions. Saber's sword releases a gust of wind that could easily carry off a human being. Ride like the wind, Bullseye! This is her blade's power! The invisible air, as the name implies, a sword that is sealed up with wind. sword sheathed in compressed wind refracts, like to give the appearance of being invisible. This is what happens when the wind is released. Wind makes things invisible. It's true. Just go into the middle of a tornado and you will not be seen again. The released air seeks escape and dissipates into the surrounding gusts. During that time, her sword's commanding magecraft allows her to freely manipulate the wind. As Saber possesses incredible amounts of magical energy, she should be able to maintain the bounded field for a few minutes. The truth of this is made apparent by the fact her sword, even after releasing so much energy, remains invisible. This is like a typhoon, however. The howling winds do not die down. The unleashed winds are about to engulf the assassin. This cannot be all of it. I shall see every skill you conceal, Saber. Assassin closes in despite the raging blinding wind. Saber's arm rose. The wind-infused blade roars, readying itself to intercept Assassin, who advances calmly, slowly, in spite of the gale-force wind strong enough to prevent most people from even approaching. I bet I can step up in those winds. New servant data unlocked. The interlude's over. GG, we win. Right? What the heck is that? When I reach Rio Dao Temple, I'm greeted by the sound of sound. Oh, dear Lord. Brain and mouth not working together well today. Oh, well. I'm greeted by the sound of air rushing at me like a typhoon. That must be Saber. At the top of the stairs in front of the temple gates, I see an armored figure who must be Saber fighting someone wearing a kimono. The wind swirls around Saber, and the surrounding trees crack. Oh, I don't think I can get close. The wind is so intense, I can't even keep my eyes open. Oh, head down. I managed to fight my way up the stairs, and the wind only gets stronger. I can't. At this rate, can't get closer to Saber. Oh, I want to hold her hand. Far ahead, I can see Saber fighting someone, but I can't do anything. No, even if I manage to get close to Saber in this wind, I'll only hold her back. Nurg! My left hand hurts. The command spell gives a tingle. I don't know what it means, but every time my hand tingles, I can't help but remember that scene. No! Screw this! What are you gonna do? Are you gonna use command spell now? I feel like it's the worst time to use it. You could have used it, like, when you realize she disappeared. Oh boy. Oh boy. Body is quitting. No. I get down on my hands and knees, hoping to avoid being blown off my feet, and crawl up the stairs like a little baby. The wind intensifies. Even a novice mage like me can tell all the magic is above me. The command spell tingles. The roar of the wind warns me something's up above. Could it be? Saber's magic. Why would she do something so reckless in her state? No. Should she be doing something like that? Saber can't recover magic. She shouldn't be wasting it like that. Life or death situation, dude. Like, she's already here. Like, I agree with you, she shouldn't be here. It's kind of dumb she is. But now that she's here, better use it or lose it. I need to step in and handle the fighting and have Saber support me instead, or she might run out of magical energy because I'm just as good a fighter as Saber, because I'm the man of the house and she's just a girl. I stand up and start running up the stairs. Now's not the time to be crawling like a little bitty baby. I don't know what Saber has in mind, but I have to stop her. As I try to dash to the temple, something like a dagger flies right by me. I don't know what miracle let me dodge it. Who's there? I turn to look away from the stairs into the trees. No doubt about it, I didn't notice in the wind, but there's someone nearby. Oh, you coward! Quit hiding and come out! I shout for whoever's hiding in the tree line. Strong wind should have drowned my voice out. My surprise, no voice echoes up the stairs. The wind died down? I look up at the temple gate, and there... Who could be hiding and watching this? It was probably just like a woodpecker. It was probably just like some wind, or just like an acorn flew past his head. He's just being paranoid. I see a man in a kimono wielding a long sword, and I see Saber's back. That's enough, Saber. Someone's trying to steal a glance at your secret sword. The man in the kimono smiles as he speaks. Like me, he's staring out into the forest. If we continue, neither of us will emerge victorious. Whoever hides so cravenly in the trees may attack whoever survives the duel. Or they may simply be observing to learn about your hidden blade. In either case, I do not care to involve myself. The man turns to climb the stairs, seeming totally disinterested. Wow, why am I yawning? I got like 6 hours of sleep last night, and I've been feeling awake all day. What the heck? I haven't hydrated enough. I blame that. The assassin who only plays fair. Yeah, I feel like that's not going to work out well for him in the Holy Grail War. Should you attempt to pass through the temple gates once again, we'll settle things. I will not allow any to pass this gate, no matter who they be. That, unfortunately, is my only rule. If you plan on turning back, I have no intention of stopping you. That fool hiding in the trees, though, is another matter. Should I find myself disliking them, I will not allow them in, even dead, nor will I let them leave alive. Assassin continues up the stairs. So person in the trees is that I'm hypothetical. It has to be someone who either lives here or someone who followed us. I'm going to say maybe it's Isai, maybe Isai. I don't think Isai's a master, but maybe Isai can help from the outside. You were manipulated, Saber, but that goes for me too, as I did not notice who was lurking in the shadows. Had we continued, I could have sworn you, the power of my secret technique. No. Dang it, that's assassin. I could have shown you the power of my secret technique, but we were interrupted. You should consider yourself fortunate. Saber hangs her head in regret. Her intent to kill fades. Not because of Assassin's word, but because Saber must have realized that keeping up the fight would leave her at a disadvantage. Come now, your escort's here. That boy must be your master. I suggest you leave this place before the fool spy decides to target him. And just like that, Asias disappears. Must be his way of telling us that he won't attack unless we keep going. Saber says nothing. She just stands there, her back to me. So Saber? Oh, even when I call to her, she doesn't answer. Huh? Seems so strange, so I begin climbing the steps. What? Saber's armor vanishes. No, don't look at her nakedness. Senseless in her simple blue clothing, she sways on the spot. Arg! I catch Saber in my arms and she falls down the stairs. Doesn't move a muscle. She's unconscious. Her eyes are shut in pain. So he said it was like a 40-minute ride by bike. Fortunately, they do not both stumble and result in a body swap. No. It just means that the spirit temple is probably just out of spirit energy or something. So the temple, which was 40 minutes away on bike, am I to presume we straight up carried Saber or like had her wrapped around us while we were on the bike? Okay. We finally get home. It took me 2 hours. Okay, at least you mentioned that. I was worried the whole return trip, but we managed to get safely. Did you bring your bike too, or was this a strictly piggyback ride? I lay Saber down the hallway. She was really light. She probably only weighs about 40 kilos. So it shouldn't have tired me out so much. The bike is gone? No, that was my one weapon. That's like one of the only things Shiro seems to have at his disposal. Shiro, you can't just throw away resources like that. At least fuse the bike into your spine. I had no idea that carrying a sleepy person, even a girl, could be so much work. My fatigue is more mental than physical. The feel of her soft skin when I picked her up, her quiet breathing on me, it was all so distracting. Why'd she just faint like that? I look at Saber as she lies there sleeping. Yes, let's blame the victim who tried to help us win this war. Although Saber was an idiot to go out there on her own. That was very stupid. When you're still not 100%. Saber, you a dummy. What the heck? Is today a caffeine day? Did I need to go get a Coke or something? Not a Coke, a Dr. Pepper. Dr. Pepper better. Even if she looks like she's out cold, she might open her eyes the moment I call her name. Say her name, say her name. When no one is around, you say, Saber, Oh, there was so much I wanted to tell her when I left the house. But I can't say anything to her sleeping. And looking like that. Fine, I'll give you an earful when you wake up, Saber. Even now, I keep my voice to a whisper. The moment I reach out to pick her up again. Look, I don't care what you're into or what you're planning to do next. It's not my business, but... For some reason, Tosaka's in the hallway watching, even though it's after 2 in the morning. You need your sleep, Tosaka! Tosaka! What, you look like you just saw a ghost. I'm not going to say anything, so you just go ahead and do whatever you were going to do with that unconscious girl? Not my place, it's your house, so your rules. Thanks? No, don't do that. No, that's bad, that's bad. I just got up for a glass of water. You got it all wrong. It's not what you think. I mean, it's a long story, but the short story is just trying to take her back to her room. Are you even listening to me? Sort of. You're lying. You sound like you don't understand at all. Oh, the shenanigans. Oh, I get it. Saber went out to fight, and you rushed to stop her because you're an idiot. Something bad happened. You both came back after Saber fainted. Did I get it? Oh, that's kind of exactly what happened. How'd you know? Because you're both very predictable. How could I not? Saber's not obviously going to go off on her own, and Master is immediately alerted. Wasn't that hard to figure out? So Tosaka knew Saber would go out on her own. So what are you going to do? Are you going to take Saber to her room? If you let her sleep here, I'm sure even a servant could catch a cold. Really? I'm gonna go with no. I'm gonna go with no. Yeah, that's why I was going to take her to her room. I tried to lift her, but... kind of awkward with Tosaka watching. Like, I was kind of lifting her up, like, solely grabbing her by the bum. That is the only way to carry Saber, I guess. Tosaka, can you carry her instead? I don't want to be accused of anything. Fine, I guess you make some tea. I want to hear what happened. Tosaka picks Saber up. Her being so understanding has me a little worried. Since I asked her for a favor, I guess I'd better make that tea. Tosaka carries Saber to my room. Meanwhile, I make tea. Said tea, but I'm assuming she doesn't want green tea. But the only black tea I have is from tea bags. Oh no! I tell myself she can complain and start pouring hot water over the bag. Shiro, do you have a minute? Osaka comes back. Hold on a minute, I'll be right there. I put teacups on the tray and carry it to the living room. And there, sitting next to Osaka, is Saber in her clothes. Saber, I thought you were asleep. Did you make me carry you this entire way? Are you that lazy? She was, but it's not like she was going to sleep forever. She just woke up. Looks like she used a ton of magic and just temporarily shut down. Kind of like an electric breaker tripping. Saber is as quiet as Tosaka explains. You! Seeing her back to her usual self, all those frustrations earlier came rushing back. Saber! Do you have any idea what you tried to do? Of course I do. I made my way to Ryuda Temple in False Assassin. During our battle, we noticed the presence of a third servant. Oh, I thought it was just a dude. Okay. Who would throw something? Archer? Was it Archer providing backup? Nerd, that's not what I'm talking about. I want to know why you went and fought, dummy. Are we to revisit this again? I feel like we've kind of already gone over this. Well, I understand there's no way around the fighting. But I know me telling Saber not to fight is contradictory, but even so! I can't let her fight because she's a girl. I don't want to see something like that happen ever again. I would like to ask you instead. You seem to dislike combat. Do you truly expect to survive the Holy Grail War with that attitude? Do you not see that if we continue to follow this policy, we will only end up suffering defeat? Not like that. I'll fight off anything that might pose a risk. I don't intend to just let myself be killed. But I just don't want Saber to fight because she's a girl. Clearly. And girls don't know how to fight. Wrong. It's not like I dislike fighting. I just... This is much simpler than that. I've been playing up the joke, which is like, this really is a part of Shiro's character, and I actively despise it. I hate this white knight nonsense of just like, you're a girl, you can't fight, when she's a freaking legendary warrior who can murder you in an instant, idiot. Like, he's not even underestimating Saber. He is just dismissing her as a fighter. It's like, I know, we have half a visual novel for him to have to learn. I hope he learns soon. And I hope the other branches, the other stories of it, he isn't as bad, but just like... Hopefully this is like the lowest point I feel about Shiro. Because it's pretty freaking low. I just need to get that off my chest. This is like... I'm trying not to be negative. I'm trying not to like ruin my own experience. I'm not trying to hurt your experience. It's just Shiro is one... I hate this frickin' White Knight BS. It is... You're not chivalrous. You're not charming. You're not being a hero. You are just being dismissive of her. Of just being dismissive of someone because they are a girl. Because they look like a frail girl. Whatever. Okay. We're going to move on. Hopefully we're going to have more fun. We're going to go to school tomorrow. We're going to have some fun shenanigans. And going to see our best friend Shinji. We're going to see Sakura. We're going to see the tiger. Everything's going to be good. We just have to get through this conversation. Which again, I hope is the low point of this entire game. Because right now it is. What, are you saying I cannot fight because I am a woman? Are you out of your mind? A servant protects her master. We will be hurt in the doing, and are summoned for that precise purpose. One's sex has nothing to do with being a servant. More importantly, are you treating me as a warrior or as a woman? Clearly, not even a woman. Treating you as a girl. He's treating you as a small, little, defenseless little girl. I insist you take back what you have said, Shiro. Please. Saber, you're being way kinder than I'd be. Saber leans towards me. Her eyes blaze with fury. But I won't let her change my mind. It's absurd for her to say she's a warrior before she's a woman. How can someone so frail, light enough for me to carry so easily, go ahead and behave so recklessly? Like, it's taking a lot for me not to just shut this off right now. I'm don't be angry. A part of the hero's journey can be just to have completely unlikable, disgusting traits, and over the course of the story, they overcome them either through their own means, finally getting the snot beaten out of them. It's just, I want to like my protagonist. This is my biggest problem with the visual novel, the first science adventure. Chaos Head. Is it Chaos? Yeah, Chaos Head. The protagonist of that story, by the end of that story, is a good protagonist, and you understand the journey that he went on. It's just 99% of that journey. He is the most unlikable, disgusting, despicable scumbag of a human you've ever met. And it takes a lot to get through, to experience the journey. Shiro, just this brand of himself, this part of himself, is just the freaking worst, and I don't want to experience it, but I'm going to, because I've been having so much fun up to this point. I'm loving the adventure. I'm loving the story. I'm loving the mystery. I'm loving the entire thing. Except Shiro sucks, and he's frickin' sexist as hell. No way will I take back what I said. Sure, you might be strong for a girl, but you're still a girl. Don't get worked up over something so pointless, you foolish girly girlison. What? It is you who are getting worked up over something so pointless. Are you saying you refuse to let a woman protect you? I am already here for spirit. You must let go of such such trivialities. I hope he becomes great. I hope I grow to like him. It's just hard to see the light at the end of the tunnel right now. It's not trivial at all. Even if you don't think it's important, I do. Besides, it was a mistake from the beginning to have someone else fight on my behalf. I can't allow someone to protect someone as helpless as me. You're not noble, dude. You're not. I don't want someone to get hurt in my place. I'm the one who should be doing the saving. I've been working so hard to become the kind of person who can help people, just like my old man. Oh. Just listen. Just don't fight, Saber. I'll do the fighting. You shouldn't have a problem with that, since it'll be fighting that you want, Saber. This is absurd. Do you think a human can fight a servant? You should already understand. You are no match for a servant. Please recall what happened when Lancer attacked you. Had I not appeared, you would have been killed. So it would be against any servant. You can't know unless... You have tried! You've gotten your heart exploded! You have been disemboweled 3 times canonically! Now, I can come up with a ton of strategies. I might even be able to ambush one of them, too! I kind of just want to skip the scene. I want to skip the scene. Don't make me laugh. Any defense you employ will be no more useful than a sheet of paper. Sheaf of paper. What? I can't believe you'd say that, Saber! It's the truth, my dude! You are insulting servants. How could you possibly be so conceited as to believe you, a mere human, could defeat a heroic spirit? Arrgh! Saber and I glare at each other. Our conversation's going nowhere. There is no sign of reaching any compromise. You've got it wrong, Saber. Shiro isn't insulting servants. He's insulting girls. This isn't going to go anywhere so long as you don't understand that much, so I'm stepping in. Friend, what do you mean by that? Well, you see, Shiro genuinely doesn't want you to get hurt. Don't know why? Shiro's just a ball of dedication and goodwill. Am I right? Saber's more important to you than you yourself. It's not just Saber. Like, Shiro clearly would feel this way about frickin' anyone. He'd feel this way about Hercules. No, that's not true. I never said Saber's any more important than me. It's just your actions that have shown you feel that way about Saber and about everything else in the universe, and you're stupid for doing so. Spare me. You wouldn't be ready to fight yourself if it weren't true. Well, you can't beat a servant, right? But saying you'll fight, even if it means Saber, is more important to you than yourself. I mean, if she puts it like that, maybe. That's why you fight, even if it's absurd. You try to win, even if you know you don't have a chance. And you don't care if you die in the process. Yes. My problem is... biggest problem is... He says it in the most awful way possible. Because, and I don't really know why, in that twisted mind of yours, other people are more important to you than yourself. I do believe Shiro feels that way. But the words he says, and the words he says in his inner monologue, are just sexist bull. The way Win says it, I agree with. I like that about him. I can appreciate that as a part of his character. Problem is, Shinji, or Shiro himself, doesn't exemplify those things that she is describing him as, even though I do believe her words. There you have it. Now you understand Saber. He's enough of an idiot. He tried to protect you against Berserker. So yeah, he's serious when he says he's gonna fight. I don't know how much of Tosaka's words actually made... I don't know how many of her words made it through to Saber, but Saber takes a deep breath and turns towards me. Shiro. What, Saber? I acknowledge you have the will to fight. And as such, I have an idea. Well, what is it? You must train with the sword. I shall teach you as much swordsmanship as time permits. If you accept that condition, I shall accept your way of thinking. What? Okay. It's all out in the open. I just never want to hear Shiro say one more time in this freaking game, because you're a girl! We needed to get to this point. We just got here in the most annoying, most unlikable way possible. This could have been done in such a better way. But it wasn't, and we're here. Continue on. Does that mean she's going to train me? Is this because she acknowledges my will to fight? Hold up, Saber. That whole line of thinking is pointless like emotional flap. Teach Zero the way of the sword, no way he'll be able to go up against a servant. True, but it is better than doing nothing. It's like, Rin, calm down. Saber is clearly like, Saber is giving her, like, her little brother a controller that's not plugged in. Just let her do this, Rin. Don't question it. Give Shiro just an unplugged NES controller. Let frickin' Shiro run around waving a Wiimote, acting like he's actually doing something. That's what he needs right now. At the very least, it should minimize his hesitation he has in battle. I can only bet on Shiro's will and determination, but such is the nature of a real battle. One will never learn if they have no aptitude for it to begin with. Hello, Rivers. You just entered at the most frustrating part of the entire game, in which our protagonist is white knighting Saber, the legendary hero, one of the greatest swords people who ever lived. Because he doesn't want her to fight because she's a girl. But we're getting through it. 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 Deep breath. Take a nice deep breath. Exhale all the negativity. We're getting all the negativity out of here. We're going to take in some hydration and spit out the evil. Swallow hydration, spit out sexism. If you put it that way, you're right. You're never ready for a fistfight unless you're actually experienced one in the past. How are you doing, Rivers? Thank you for stopping by. Hope you're having a lovely day. It has been a good day. We opened up with some Oklahoma today, and dang it, Streamlabs, don't be weird. Streamlabs is being weird. There we go. Yes, that is why I would like to try once, nay, as many times as allows. I would like Shiro to experience what death in battle feels like. I've experienced death in battle! I have had, canonically, just canonically, not accounting the non-canonical deaths, I've had my heart exploded, I've had my heart almost exploded, I have been disemboweled, literally. That doesn't include the 2 other times I got disemboweled and crushed and had my head chopped off and put onto dolls. I know death, buddies! The 2 of them are talking pretty casually about some scary stuff. Why are we not acknowledging that my heart has exploded and I've literally had my bowels ripped out of me by a giant stone sword? It feels like we're pretending that didn't happen. Hold on a minute, I never agree. You did agree to this! You did agree to this! It healed, and everyone decided to ignore it. Not much is going on. Gonna start saving up to take a trip to New York in the spring. Heck yeah, enjoy a trip to New York. Oh, I'd love to take another trip to New York one day. I don't think it's ever gonna happen at this point. The growing boy needs a few scratches on the heart. He had no heart! He had a gaping chest wound where a heart was! Your friend is offering their air mattress in their home in New Jersey. You can save on the hotel. Heck yeah. Love saving on some hotel cost. One of my favorite trips I ever took. College, I did get to, with all my theater friends, we went to New York for a week, and just like 7 straight days, I just went to go see Broadway shows, and one of my favorite things I've ever done. Some of the most fun I've ever had was those 7 days. I wish I could do it again someday. I doubt I can. I got to see Next to Normal on Broadway, so it's just like I got to see one of my favorite musicals of all time on Broadway. Unfortunately, the understudy was playing the lead character, but she was still freaking amazing, and it turns out she was the choreographer of the entire show, so she was awesome. Round trip to New York was only like $600? Heck yeah. It's not necessarily a trip, it's like the things I would want to do in New York that would cost a lot. Actually, like, Broadway tickets aren't as expensive as you would think they are, unless you're getting, like, really good tickets to see a decent show. Okay then, I'll teach him about magecraft. If Saber's gonna train his body, I'll train his mind. Well, that was part of the initial plan anyway, so we'll begin formal training tomorrow. Yes, please do so. You can do that, I can concentrate on training him with the sword. This way he'll stop being a sexist piece of garbage. Good, good. Now that's settled, let's take a break. Looks like tomorrow's gonna be super busy. Osaka waves goodbye and disappears into the other side of the house. I'm gonna try to at least get a ticket to Book of Mormon. That would be a fun one. Oh, that would be definitely a fun one to see. I shall rest as well. You should do the same, Shiro. I intend to work you hard in the dojo tomorrow. I will beat the sexism out of you with a stick. Or a sword. I will disembowel you again to get the sexism out. She gives a short bow and goes back to her room. Excuse me. My trip to New York, like, I was there 7 days. Every day I went to go see a Broadway show, but the one day I didn't, it was middle of March Madness. March Madness had just started, and I just went to a sports bar and watched college basketball all day. That was ridiculously fun and was very affordable because I just nursed sodas all day. All that remains in the living room are 2 cups of untouched tea and one very stupid, kind of sexist boy. I never agreed. You better have agreed to this. The alternative to agreeing to this is you running around saying, Saber, you're a girl, you can't fight. Like you've been doing for the... Shiro, I'm trying to... I must not kill Shiro. Must not kill the protagonist. He's going to get better. This is his low point. He's going to get better. 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 Thought about Hamilton, but the original cast isn't doing it anymore. You'll just watch the recording. Yeah. Like, they have that's a really good recording to see online. Like, trying to think of, like, supposedly, like, the Some Like It Hot musical is actually really good. Apparently, like, the Outsiders musical, that's actually pretty good, too. Kind of sad, you weren't able to see the Green Day musical. Don't wanna be an American idiot. When I went, like, there were a couple of shows I'm sad I didn't get to see. I didn't get to see that. I didn't get to see Chicago. And I didn't get to see Bloody Bloody Andrew Jackson. Because, like, the tickets to Bloody Bloody Andrew Jackson, those were the expensive ones. Just like, I can't afford to see that because it was relatively new at the time. I'm going to sleep. I should at least save my energy. Everything starts with the body. Well, yeah, the only thing I can do is cling to my fragile hope that as long as my body is strong enough, I'll be able to endure whatever torture they might throw at me. Save the game. Taking a deep breath. Hoping that's the low point of the game. All the negativity is gone. Time for a day where absolutely nothing will happen. Also, it's the only point of the game where the only point onwards that you actually get points with Saber. Good to know. Hey, I got points with Saber. Like, 1 point. I think she's the only person I have positive points with. I don't want anyone to get sad if I can help it. If I just use my own powers to make people around me happy, the world will be a better place. That was always Kiritsugu's favorite saying. Dang it, I didn't get to use the Kiritsugu voice. The man who I saw as a champion of justice was saying he thought he was a failure, that he wasn't good enough. He didn't need to explain it to me. The worlds the young me and grown-up Kiritsugu lived in were too different. So the standards of being a hero of justice were different too. When I was young, this house was my entire world. So my old man, Fujini, and myself and my favorite shed were the only things that needed protecting. All I thought I had to protect was what I could see around me. But Kiritsugu wanted to do something for those he couldn't see and reach. I was reckless when I was young. I built myself up by cursing the cruel world. Curse you, world! Curse you! The world was cruel, so I became cruel to make my ideals a reality. World! Ah! There will always be those that can't be saved. Can't just save everyone. In the process of saving 1,000, you overlook 500. Then I will abandon 100 to save 900. That is the most efficient way. That is the ideal. Yuritsugu once told me. Of course, I got mad hearing that. But if you want to see me doing my Carisco voice, aka my Bat Solid Snake impression, tune in to mine and my buddy The Worst Heroes, our Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney series, which has returned. We do it Thursday nights, and my Solid Snake voice is the voice I'm giving Godot. So that's fun. It really ticked me off, because I didn't have to be told that, since I knew that already. Because I knew firsthand that I was that very ideal that led to me being saved. I didn't need to be reminded about something so obvious, but I still believed that a hero of justice could save everyone. You're right, Shiro. Results are the most important thing. But apart from that, what's even more important is to have the heart. What did Kuritsugu say about a heart again? Don't let it get exploded by a giant spear? Ah, dang it, I failed him already. I don't remember. It's not often I reminisce about something from so long ago. I must be in a deep sleep. Otherwise, I wouldn't be dreaming in the first place. Shiro, wake up. It is almost time for breakfast. See? Saber's waking me up. That's super pathetic. I mean, a girl waking me up? Ew, pathetic. What? I bolt up right out of my futon. It's 6:30 in the morning. Oh, fresh sunlight pours in from outside. Shiro, it is morning. Do you need to prepare breakfast? Saber's staring right there. I overslept. Sorry, I'll get up right away. You have nothing to apologize for, but you have no time to relax. It appears Sakura and Rin are arguing with each other. Sakura and Tosaka are arguing? What's going on? Don't hold up. Don't throw me in a situation I don't understand just as I wake up. Oh, is this happening in Tosaka's room? No, the living room. I just passed by, so I do not know the details. Got it. I'll head there now. Oh, but there's something I forgot to do. What is it, Shiro? Good morning. Thank you for waking me. Hey, always be polite. It's not sexist to be polite. I greet her and then I head out to the hallway. But seriously, why did Tosaka start arguing with Sakura? Tosaka! In the living room, there's no sign of Sakura. Tosaka's alone, casually watching the weather. Morning. What a way to start the morning, shouting my name like that. She turns around as if to ask if something had happened. Uh-huh. That's weird. It doesn't look like she was fighting with Sakura. Morning. Hey, Tosaka, I heard you and Sakura were arguing. Is that a thing? Oh, from Saber? Yeah, it may have seemed that way from the outside, but it was totally nothing. I just told her not to come here for a while. What? She's so casually about banning Sakura from my house. I'm the one who wields the ban hammer, not you. It's the man's job to do that. That's ridiculous. Sakura already said no to staying away from this house, so there's no way she'd agree to that. She wouldn't agree, but she went home after I presented her with a compromise. I told her I would go back home without argument if she stays away for a week. She agreed to those terms, so she went home, even if she was a little reluctant. Oh, and yeah, she sends her regards. And that is the last time we see it. No! Sakura is the best character! No, I refuse! Sakura, come back! We'll kick Rin out instead. You did what? Why would you do something like that without telling me? Actually, I shouldn't yell at her for it. Osaka just did something I should have. You're right. Sorry for making you be the bad guy so early in the morning. You must feel terrible, Tosaka. No, it wasn't bad. I kind of liked yelling at her. Why would you think that? Because weren't you and Sakura friends? Telling Sakura to leave? Not once, but twice. Oh, that doesn't sound like a fun job to do. That's why I feel bad. I'm the one who should be in charge, but I made you do the dirty work. That's fine. I just kicked out Sakura for my own safety. There's no reason for you to apologize. Wait, what do you mean for your safety? Well, you said Shinji's a master, right? Knowing him, if Shinji finds out Sakura comes out here, he'll target this place. So it's best to keep Sakura away until we finish with Shinji. Oh. Maybe I should have thought of something like that. He makes a good point. Shinji said he doesn't tell Sakura anything, so I don't think he was lying. But if he finds out his sister comes here that often, he might get the wrong idea. You're right. It could look to Shinji like we're taking Sakura hostage. Exactly. But more important, this place is still dangerous. I wouldn't want her to be walking around at night, so it's best for her to stay away. This is for Sakura's own safety as well as ours. You're right, but she's my favorite character. I want to get the little heart points with her instead. Though I won't be able to explain myself when the time comes. Huh? This is really getting to me. I feel really bad about turning Sakura away like this, even if it's temporary. Oh, she's been so unselfish about helping me for all this time. Oh, you look really down. What happened to all the energy you had when you were shouting at me earlier? Oh, you're all sad and lonely like a little pathetic little baby? Not having Sakura around? Does Sakura give you your bottle, little baby? Osaka grins maliciously. Oh, I knew she'd tease me whenever I show vulnerability, and I went and did it again. Leave me alone. Sakura was the symbol of peace. She is my all might. She offset whatever Fujini and I were lacking, so of course I'm down about us sending her away for our own selfish reasons. Oh, you do understand. If you can say that much, you pass. I'd say you're starting to get more determined. What are you trying to say? Don't you get it? Once the war ends, Sakura will come back. You say you don't want the Holy Grail? But that just means you should fight to take back that peaceful life you had before. Now you have a clear goal. I can get all the heart points if I get the Holy Grail. When she puts it like that, I really have no choice but to agree. I feel like it's, or like original Dragon Ball, like Dragon Ball Z Budokai. One of the features of that game is you can collect the Dragon Balls, and like you can either wish for like some really useful things, or just like something that's incredibly not useful at all, or just something that will just like have the status quo. We're just like, just give me a normal day. Just let me wish for a normal day. What she said confirmed that she's both mean-spirited and super duper awesome at the same time. So Sakura won't be coming by for a while. Yeah, that's what's going on. Why don't you do your parents a favor and go home in a while for a change? Gramps was complaining about his daughter neglecting him. Leave Dad out of this. He's not going to die or anything, whether I'm here or not. And with Sakura gone, I have to be even more vigilant. You're still a boy. So if something fishy happens, I will be the one who gets in trouble, even loses her job. If that happens, are you going to take responsibility, Shiro? That'll never happen. Sadly, since I'm a man, I can't confidently claim that. Amiya, why don't you just stop? She glares. Osaka's eyes bore at me. I don't think anything would happen. I don't think anything would happen. Tosaka's not staying here for fun, you know. I sure know that. Good. I'm glad to hear that. Sounds like Emiya is trustworthy, Miss Fujimura. Of course, even from my point of view, Shuro is really composed. So much so he might overdo it. Saber continues to eat in silence and observe the two interacting. It's been 2 days, I don't think I'll ever get used to this. Oh, I forgot to tell you, Shiro. It's about the Kyudo Club. Did you hear that Mitsuzuri got hurt? What? No! Mitsuzuri, did she pick a fight with someone? Honestly, she really needs to calm down. She's going to be a third here soon. How's she doing? Is she hurt bad? No, she's fine. She just sprained her ankle. She was apparently attacked by some shady guy on her way home. You know, she runs fast. She made a mad dash, but it sounds like she fell and got hurt. I see. I'm glad nothing bad happened. But she's kind of like the 10th most important girl in my life, so I'm kind of not caring about her right now. Honestly, whoever tries to attack her is either a real daredevil, or they're just reckless. Ayako, not in your guesses for Masters now, and suddenly she's hurt. Yep. She was probably just attacked by someone. Like, no reason to not believe that. Like, if we had a situation where, like, it wasn't a master in the, if we'd heard during the battle between Assassin and Saber, oh, I think I saw someone trip and fall or something, it's like, then we can get suspicious, but no. Ayako's still not on my suspicion list. Either way, they were a fool, I just thought. You thought she would have knocked the culprit out rather than run, Fujimi grins. Yeah, she sure knows Ayako Mitsuzuri well. Yeah, it's rare for Mitsuzuri to run away, but I guess she's not tough against thieves. I suppose things worked out for the best. Something like that will probably teach her a thing or two. Shiro. Getting dangerously close. Getting dangerously close to me just smacking you. Very, very, very close. Something like that will teach her a thing or two about being feminine. I munch on my rice, nodding approvingly. I hate Shiro. I'll wait for the training to start. He has until the train. He has time. He has time to improve. He has time to not be an a-hole. He has time. Hey, Emiya. Suddenly, Rin Tosaka slapped my shoulder, smiling at me. I have some news for you. What? I doubt it'll be more interesting than what I just heard. Yeah, I never mentioned this before, but Ayako and I are super good friends. Do you know we're close enough to hang out on the weekends? Wait. Why are she and Mitsuzuri friends? Come again! Oh, don't worry. I'm going to make sure I tell her every single word you just said. I'm sure if I tell her how happy Emiya was when he heard about her predicament, why, I bet she'll break 10 stacks of tiles from sheer delight. Thank you. Please tell her, and please let her just beat the hell out of Emiya. I would like to amend my statement. See, it was just a figure of speech, not something I'd be proud of if people heard, so I'd really appreciate it if you kept to yourself. Oh, really? Well, I could keep quiet about it, but it'd be really hard for me to do that unless there was, I don't know, maybe something in it for me. I might just accidentally slip up, you know? I can't believe this. Sure, you sound sincere, but I'm not buying it. I'm sorry, don't get me wrong. I'm not playing around here. Yeah, there's no misunderstanding here. She's enjoying this. She's gonna expose me as a sexist to one of the girls at school who can beat me up. Got it, I'll start making Western-style breakfast from now on. Said it earlier, mentioned breakfast should have bread. I know, it's such a good face. Like, we've had some decent faces. Like, Rin has had the best faces so far. Definitely. Like, Rin's smug and shocked faces are the best in the game so far. Good. And I think some jams, apart from marmalade, would be nice. Like some strawberry jam. I don't know what you have against Japanese breakfast, you foreigner wannabe. But maybe you would so radically change our breakfast just to suit your needs, you tyrant. Call him out. Beat him up. Saber, please. Just disembowel him again. He deserves it so poorly. Or at least just kick him in the nuts, if he has nuts at this point. That's not entirely true. I would also be pleased to have bread served at breakfast. Soft-boiled eggs would also be an excellent addition. Saber Jump. That's not. I would also be pleased to have bread served on breakfast. Soft-boiled eggs. That's so fine. You all just want a Western-style breakfast. Sakura makes a Western-style breakfast one time, and it goes right to your heads. Fine, I'll serve bread tomorrow. No more complaints. So what was said here? Don't you dare blab about Matsuri. I don't want to die. I huff and shove rice into my mouth without looking at either of them. And then... why would you be doing something so pointless? Fujini had been watching our conversation with a look of wonderment, finally speaking up. What do you mean pointless? Even if Tosaka isn't going to say anything, I'm going to tell Mitsuri. No way I would pass up talking about something so interesting. Yes! Thank you, Taiga! Taiga continues to be the best character. Let me build heart relationship points with Taiga. Fujini shakes her head disapprovingly as she eats. Actually, I need to think of a way to deal with her or I'm gonna die. Breakfast ends and it's 7:30. Fujini surprisingly stands back and suggests the three of us walk to school. But we can't do that. I made a decision last night. Now that I said I won't rely on Saber, I can't afford to take it easy anymore. What are you saying? Then let's go. Did you lock up, Shiro? Don't worry about locking up. I'm not going to school today. I don't think you need to admit that to your teacher. That seems like a bad idea. I'm gonna go bad idea. If you were planning to do that, like, could you have faked a cough and stayed in your room, maybe? Shiro, there are much better ways to handle this. Fujini freezes, stupefied for just a few seconds. What do you mean you're not going to school? Uh-huh. Tosaka beats Fujini to the chase. That's right. That's right. You don't look sick enough to miss school today, Shiro. No, but my scar hurts. You know the scar hurts when the weather changes? It's like that. Taiga hasn't actually graded paper in years. That'll work. He'll be fine. Maybe. It just seems like, again, just like, plant... This is what you when you're going to stay home from school. If you're going to, like, fake an illness, fake something, like, you have to plant the seeds. You can't just wake up and go, Mom and Dad, I'm not going to... Or no, wake up, go about your normal breakfast routine, and then when you're getting in the car to be driven to school, you can't just go like, okay, I'm just not going to stay home. I'm going to stay home from school now. I don't feel well. No. You plant the seeds. You do a little bit of a cough. You, like, do, like, a little bit of, like, lightheaded sort of thing. Just, like, maybe, like, when they're not looking, get a little bit of water and just, like, pat your forehead just a little bit to make yourself look a little bit clammy. It's like, you plant the seeds to fake the illness. You don't just do this. Or else you're gonna get that look. Because part of the being sick thing is not just to practice swordsmanship with Saber. It's to get the sympathy points. Get the sympathy points, Shiro. Do it! You're lying, Shiro. Yeah, but let me off the hook today, Fujini. It's not like I don't like school. It's just something I gotta do, and it's more important right now, so just let it go. Come on, how can I respond if you're just going to put it like that? You're always so cagey when you have something important to do. Fujini is complaining, but at least she understands. There it is. Enjoy school. Enjoy looking for the bombs and the other masters. I don't feel like helping you out with that. That's not an important thing to do. I would rather play stick fight with Saber rather than look for the source of the bombs that's going to try to kill everyone in school. Okay, not much is going to change just because you're not there. It's not a bad idea. Tasaka. The one day he was out looking for masters and servants and stuff like that, he found one that's been under your nose the entire time. Emiya has a knack for this that you seem to not have, to a degree. Don't just dismiss the fact that you need him at school. You need all the help you can get to, again, take care of the master and the servant who are going to bomb the school! Yeah, leave the house to me. I'm not gonna work for a while either, so I won't be leaving the house much. God, I'm helping out, Shiro. If you're going to skip school because you're hurt, you shouldn't leave the house much. Well, see you. I'm giving you a pass today, but you're going to have to discuss this with me beforehand next time. Again, like I said, you just gotta plant the seeds. Archer's still injured from his fight with Saber a whole week ago. Yeah, Saber kind of really messed him up bad. Rin, you need the help! I guess we'll just let Rin take care of things. No problem, she's got this. Alright, we do have a choice coming up. I know it's just been a straight line, but I won't look at the flowchart. Yeah, big, long, straight line. But we're gonna have 3 choices, and we're gonna screw it up. How are we doing? Is there a screen to look at the hearts, or do I just have to count the hearts up throughout this? Because I think I'm at +1 heart with Saber right now, so yeah, +1. Yeah, I think that's it. I'm +1 heart with Saber. I think I'm even. I assume I'm even with Sakura. I'm either even or I'm +1 with Sakura. I don't know which. I always just do unless there are hidden ones that the tracker doesn't tell you about. I always just do the bare minimum of cleaning in here. It's been years since I sparred with anyone in this place. Probably be rude to both be the dojo and Saber if I don't clean up a little. But honestly, I don't know what she's going to do for sword training. I don't know, give you a bow? I sparred using Gashinai with Kiritsugu many times, but Kiritsugu and I never really cared about proper form. It was more like a couple of amateurs beating each other up. I never really had any plans to practice kendo seriously, and was really only taught how to fight opponents wielding a sword. I was never keen on using tools in a fight. My interest was always making and fixing them. Feels weird that you're saying this out loud to yourself, but whatever. In that sense, this might be the first time for me to learn proper swordsmanship. Saber swordsmanship is different than kendo, but I'm sure there are some things in common. I don't think they're so different I won't be able to keep up. I hear the door open. Saber arrives on time. Works out well since I just finished cleaning. Sorry I made you wait. I was thinking of having you teach me here. I wanted her to come in and just hit us in the stomach with her sword. Dang it. Yes, is there something the matter, Shiro? You look like you've seen something unusual. It's nothing. I was just surprised you're still in the same clothes. I thought you were going to wear your other outfit. I mean, we're training with swords, so I thought, you know, saber armor. Well, since that what she always wears when she's fighting. If you preferred me armored, I can change. Alright, I was not thinking. Even should we only be practicing, I am disrespecting you by not wearing armor. My apologies, I shall change right away. That's not what I meant. I just misunderstood. Fine. Well, I actually prefer you in this outfit to your armor. Are you not saying my outfit is unsatisfactory? Unsatisfactory? I mean, you don't look like you're dressed for a bout right now. But it shouldn't matter as long as you're comfortable. Wearing armor all day will just tire you out. It may be true, but don't you think it is inappropriate to look... Don't you think it is an inappropriate look for wielding a sword? Why would you think that? It's not weird. You look pretty. Like a girl. I think you look better right now than you do in your... I don't know. Her armor looks pretty awesome. Like, this outfit's okay. Like, this outfit is, like, cute and solid, but just, like, her saber outfit rocks. I do not quite understand. This outfit is certainly easy to move in, but it is ill-suited for combat. I believe this is quite an inadequate look for Saber. Don't you dare wear that outfit in a fight, dummy! You're a girl, Saber! Girls look good in outfits like this, so this is fun! What? What is this statement? Shiro! Shiro! If I was writing the Bat sitcom version of this, this would be the part where, like, if Shiro loses, he has to wear her outfit for the rest of the day. And then I return the rag I'd been cleaning with to the bucket, and I bring back 2 shinai that had been leaning against the wall. So what are you planning for training, Saber? I'm leaving everything to you to decide. So tell me anything, no matter how absurd it might be. I toss her the bamboo sword. Saber seems distracted as she catches the shinai and stares at me quietly. She's blushing because she's a girl. Huh? Is there a problem with bamboo swords? Don't tell me you wanted to use wooden or even real blades! She's a really tough instructor. Oh, this is beyond anything I imagined. No, that is not it. These are certainly excellent mock swords for practice sessions, so let us use them. Saber draws a deep breath and goes right back to being normal Saber. That's a relief. It'd be too noisy to spar with wooden swords. So what are you going to do? Are you going to make me strengthen my body by swinging the sword 500 times or run laps? That will not be necessary. From what I observe, your athletic abilities are above average. If we intended to further fortify your body, it would take more than a day or two. You may be unskilled as a mage, but you are not a bad warrior. You must have trained your body hard from a young age. Well, that's all I was really good at. You don't have to be talented in magecraft to physically work out. It must have worked out in your favor. One of the reasons you survived Lance's attack must have been that training. Has Rin outright said, hey, I used all my magic to give you your heart back, or give you a heart? I'm trying to recall. I don't remember her straight up saying that. Even though it should be obvious. Whatever. Because, like, if our boy, she is not... So Shiro legitimately thinks he survived having his heart exploded by Lancer. Shiro's even dumber than I thought. But it will not be enough for you to defend yourself. Humans are bound by limitations. Your body has not yet reached its limit, and breaking through that limit would be quite difficult. That is why I will be teaching you to go beyond, plus ultra. What do you mean, just fight? Based on your tone, it doesn't sound like you'll teach me how to fight. And remember, Shiro can deflect Lancer's attacks twice. He did do it twice. He did it when Lancer was completely screwing around, but he did survive 2 blows. Of course not. The technique employed in battle cannot be learned overnight. All I can do is make certain master experiences as many battles as possible. I'm not a skilled teacher, so I am baffled why you would seek my guidance. Hello? Having her sound so proud about that makes it a bit awkward for me as her student. So we're just gonna have a bunch of matches? Yes, that is all, master. We shall not soften our blows. We will fight as though we mean to kill each other. You will understand after perhaps an hour. Oh, we gonna die. Oh, we gonna die. Saber readies herself, gripping her shinai. Uh-huh. I tilt my head, wondering what she means, but I also grip my shinai as Saber does. In that instant, ow! Hello, Bird. Bird, you grant me peace. You let me erase all the sexism BS that has been happening throughout this stream through Shiro, and you have blessed me with the power of Bird and have purified my heart and spirit. Thank you, Bird. Thank you. How are you doing today, Verse? Has your voice recovered yet from our Phoenix Wright voice acting adventures? Ah. Am I dead? Saber's teaching me one very simple lesson. No matter what I do, you can still get concussed with the bamboo sword. No matter what strategy I come up with, none of it changes the outcome of a fight against someone I have no chance of beating. Oh, that hurt. It's broken. Still a bit sore. It's alright. You'll get the muscles back into it, and we'll do it again next Thursday, and Thursday after that, and the Thursday after that, forever and ever and ever and ever. Phoenix Wright Thursdays will never end. Thank you for coming out with the Ace Attorney Investigations Duo Bundle, Capcom. Oh, dear Lord, if we get a Phoenix Wright 7. Oh, I need a Phoenix Wright 7. Ace Attorney 7. If it were broken, your arm would be far worse. It may be a bad bruise, but you shall recover soon. Okay, let's keep going. When you put that... Oh no, your channel got deleted. Oh no. No one has the ability to go follow twitch.tv/theworstheroes. Oh, whoa. Do you intend to continue, Shiro? It may be a bruise, but you should not move again so quickly. Says the person who didn't hesitate to charge my arm. Hey, she's teaching you the only way she knows how, through murder. The best way to learn. Fine, if you don't feel like it, I'll use this opportunity and I'll get her a surprise attack! Oh, obviously. We just try to do a no-good dirty trick, and we talk about so much honor BS, wanting to be noble, no one deserves to get hurt. And here we are doing like some dirty freaking BS attack. Listen to me, you are obviously fatigued. You must rest, or all our training will be in vain. But it's disgraceful for you to beat me so bad when you're obviously taking it easy on me. If I can't even get you so much stress, bro, I'll be too frustrated to even collapse. If you want me to be surprised, I am plenty surprised. I know you are stubborn, but I entirely failed to anticipate the extent. Sorry about that. I hate losing, especially to a girl. Yes, you have demonstrated that many times. So you needn't say so. We will take a break, so please put the bamboo wooden sword down. The floor is slippery with sweat. We're not trying to carry out mock battles in extreme situation. We're not trying to carry out mock battles in extreme situations. There's no point in carrying on while we are exhausted and unstable footing. Why not? I thought you were supposed to train for the worst case scenario, and if not... that is even more pointless. Listen, Shiro. If you say you are going to fight against a servant, doing so will be pointless unless you are in peak condition. You have the best footing and a prepared path of retreat. Unless the conditions are perfect, you will not be able to fight against a servant. Your desire to fight while you are in the worst possible state is foolish in itself. What you're saying is I shouldn't even bother trying to fight in situations like this. Exactly, the ideal would be for me to do all the fighting. In a situation like this, there is no miracle which would save you, Shiro. Your best way to fight should be to fully prepare yourself, then pursue the best course of action in a given situation. Got it. I'm gonna take a hydration break. Me, precious hydration. I need hydration. It's so, I love it. I need it. Ow. I love you. I slump against the wall and slide down onto the floor. Phew. I exhale. Air should be what I feel coming in my lungs, but instead, the only thing coming is the heat. Ouch! I do believe I'm not drunk. I've just been beaten up a whole bunch and I'm exhausted and I suck at fighting. But I'll get through it with the power of hydration! While my body is thriving in pain, I glance at the clock on the wall. It's a little past 11 o'clock. We started at 9, so we've been sparring for 2 hours. During the first hour, I just got beaten up. Saber struck and I would black out. And I woke up thinking I'd be more careful. Then I would just get knocked right back out. How many concussions do you need to get in an hour before you really need to start to worry? Because I think I passed that like an hour ago. Why do I smell color? Along with slurring and slobbering over what looks like either a champagne or wine bottle and now blacked out. Yeah, Shiro's had a bad day, but he deserves it for being a sexist last night. After getting beaten up repeatedly, and this morning, he was also a sexist this morning, he deserves it. After getting beaten up repeatedly, my body seems to get used to it. Or maybe my anger just triggered some plus ultra super saiyan powers, but eventually I managed to block something. The problem came after that. Here's a thought. Would humans dare or even be able to fight back against an opponent who's like super duper strong and super duper skilled? Yuoni. The answer is no, because I blacked out the instant I flinched. Takes the DOI test, it's over 9,000! My hydration level is not at 9,000 yet, but thanks to the power of hydration I can get there. I believe in you. Mwah. 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 We can do it. After that, it was just a repeated show of a cat cornering a rat. No matter how I tried to block the attack, I was just going to fall. Mortally wounded, I had no choice but to attack in desperation. And she deflected my attacks and knocked me out again! This came out in the year 2004. We didn't know about concussions yet. We knew about concussions. Like, seriously, Shiro 100% has brain damage at this point, with the amount of time he's straight up been blacked out through sheer force of kendo stick. I started getting enough time and awareness to intuit the next attack would kill me. So I had just enough time to think to myself, oh, I guess in a general sense, I was getting into the swing of things. After that, I went on the defensive. My intuition kept screaming that the next attack would knock me out, so I tried to avoid it. I even managed to parry some Shinai attacks as they rained down on me. While I waited for an opening to counterattack, oh, she knocked me out again. I managed to stand up and think, next time I'll last longer, since I couldn't hold on. Anyway, that went on for 2 hours. I'm not sure if this makes me stronger. Whatever doesn't concuss you makes you stronger. Wait, no, whatever doesn't kill you gives you a concussion. That's what's happening here. If Saber just beats Shiro into a vegetative state, does that mean she can just go out and do whatever the heck she wants, whenever she wants? Because if that's her plan, I approve. Good job, Saber. Practice so I'm neither confused or too calm. All I'm doing is teaching myself as I... Ooh, look at the pretty stars spinning around in my head. Ooh, stars in your multitude, scarce to be counted, filling the darkness with order. You're the Sentinel! Ah! She's close! The enemy is close! She's gonna concuss me again! Well done. Are you hurt anywhere, Shiro? Everywhere! Next thing I know, Saber's next to me. I'm exhausted. I'm dripping sweat all over the floor. Saber isn't even breathing hard. I quit. I want to go back to school. Saber, you do all the fighting you want. It'll be hard to find anywhere that doesn't hurt. You didn't hold back. Oh, you came at me with everything. I have to admit, I'm saying that entirely because I'm a sore loser. Because I lost to a girl. Yes, I did try to bring myself down to your level, but I feel like that is impossible. You are the lowest of the low. You are a cockroach beneath my feet, but I also tried to show you no mercy. No real battle will ever involve making things easy for you. Thanks to the training, I can calmly deal with the Doberman running at me with a leash off, so long as I have a sword with me. Then again, it wouldn't be good enough yet if it's just a Doberman. I need training. I'm in a moment of honest reflection. I thought I trained more than an average person. Now I'm ashamed for throwing in the towel after 2 hours of sparring with Saber. That is not true. Your attacks were all quite powerful. I was so enthused by your efforts that I forgot to strike back at times. Ah! Now I'm embarrassed again. She took pity on me without meaning to. For a while, we were just two people sparring. No thought about between a man and a woman. She caught me off guard. Hold on. I need to drink water. Water. I need you, precious water. I need you more than anything right now. You're the only thing healing my concussions. Water heals concussions, right? I think that's how it works. That's how it works in the NFL, I think. Water, I shall fetch you some. Please stay here and rest. And make sure you don't pass out. You might not wake up. Saber, get some water. That was a close one, huh? Close. What was close? I drink the water Saber gives me. It must still be break time. Saber sitting firmly in a kneeling position. I'm tired. Feed me like a mama bird. Put the water in your mouth and just... I can't move. Saber is so beautiful when she spits water into my mouth. I'm not saying that as a man finding a woman attractive, but because I find her beautiful as a human being. It's so strange to think she's Saber's servant, someone dedicated to fighting. Right now, there's only me and Saber, This might be a good opportunity for me to get heart points with her. What's the right thing to say to her? Alright, what the heck do we say to get Saber to like us? The reason to fight. I want to know why she seeks the Grail. Very personal. I want to know more about Saber before she became a servant. Interesting. Interesting. I need a trump card to be nice to know some sort of secret blade technique. Ooh. Heck yeah. That's what this entire game is about. That's what the entire Fate series is about, basically. Getting the Holy Grail. That is legit what it's about. You get the Holy Grail and you get a magic wish or something like that. I don't think we're close enough for me to ask her about the Holy Grail. So it's one of these two. I think she would respect this if I asked her to help me out with like some super special, secret, awesome technique. But I would like to know more. This is also personal, but I feel like it's not as personal. Like this is like casual personal. Casual personal, or try to learn a secret technique. All of these I can see her being offended by to some degree. Honestly, my gut instinct was I want to know more about Saber before she became a servant. Let's see if she's willing to tell us anything about that without hopefully getting like too personal. Don't want her to feel uncomfortable to reveal too much, but just let's just have a chat as I try to recover from all of the concussions. I want to know more about Saber before she became a servant. I wonder what Saber was like. Saber is so beautiful. I'm sure everyone must have liked her. Calling her Sabers was throwing me off. I bet she was an ordinary girl who never even held a sword back in the day. She was just a pure virgin maiden, I bet. All clad in white and just holding flowers all the time. Maybe looking up at a sunset every now and then. That's all I can imagine her doing. So, Saber, what were you like before? I'm so curious I blurt out what's on my mind without even thinking, or even realizing I'm doing it. That's a side effect from the concussion. Come again. Did you say something, Shiro? It sounded like you were slurring. It sounded like you just said, oh, it's nothing. I was just imagining what you were like. I'm not trying to find your true name or something. I just wanted to know what your life was like. What kind of person I was. Huh. You are interested in the strangest things, Shiro. You can just ignore the question if you don't want to answer. Just kind of popped up in my head. I know you're a Saber, a servant, but I just thought you must have been a completely different person before you were a servant. That's right. I imagine she lived a peaceful life as a girl. I do not think that is true. One's personality does not change just because they become a servant. I was a knight who was handed a sword the moment I was born. There was never any other me, as you might have imagined. First pull the holy pen, then count to 3. 4 shall not counteth, neither shall thou count to 2. 5 is right. Then lobbest thou the holy hand grenade towards thy foe, who, being not in thy sight, shall snuff it. Amen. Amen. Thank you for leading us in prayer, Uber. It is appreciated. Seriously? Then you've always been such a frigid... Don't say it, Shiro. That's no good. I kind of sympathize with the people who are around you now. What do you mean by that? I may be stern, but I do not recall being harsh to those around me. That can't be true. Today's training taught me you're super merciless. Meant to type outright, but oh well, it was fun. Heck yeah, it was fun. I haven't thought about that little mini monologue in a long time, mainly because I haven't thought about Holy Grail in like 6 or 7 years. I actually got a request to do I actually did a Holy Grail parody. It wasn't that monologue, but it was like it might have been a part of that. It was like a part of that speech and a couple of other speeches from Holy Grail. I did a radio bit to help out a friend of mine who works in radio. And I never bothered to listen to it. Look at this welt. I make one tiny mistake and you happily give me every single bruise and bump you can, you demon. I did not do it happily. Would have loved to hear it. I wonder if it's out there on the internet. I would look it up on my computer, but my computer running Streamlabs and anything else at the same time causes everything to break. Mobile. Okay. Nope, I'm not going to get anything out of this. It's too broad a search, and I don't know where it would be. What would be the title? I don't even remember the name of the radio station. That's the problem. It's like a Mobile, Alabama radio station that was debuting. I don't even remember the brand of music. It was probably like alt rock or something like that. But like legitimately, I don't remember what it was. I don't even know if it's on YouTube. I literally think it might have only run on the radio, and I don't know if the guy who set it up ever uploaded it anywhere else. It's just like one of those things. It's like, oh, I'll just go out and do some acting, and then like years later, I'll be like, I wish I had a recording of that. That's a problem I have. It's just like I'm bad about taking photographs. I'm bad about taking video. I'm bad about that sort of thing. So just like years later, I always regret. Wish I had a few more photos. I wish I had a few more videos of that memory. But hey, it's why I'm glad in town when I've done local theater. Most of the shows I've done have been recorded and uploaded somewhere. I did not do it happily. It may have been tough on you, but it would not be training if I were not strict. This is strange. I somehow never expected Saber to make a face like that. He's super pouty, super angry. But is it a she likes me face? Let's look at the flowchart. It's a she likes me face! Yeah! Yeah! We rule! Many pouts were had. Woohoo! Saber's pouty and it's the right thing to do. What does that look? I believe it is unfair for you to suddenly fall silent. Oh, I never thought you would get mad. It looks super duper cute. So you just kind of surprised me. Is that so? I thought I was only asserting my point. Yeah, but you're not usually so emotional. You know, like girls usually are. So that's new to me. Blush apparently is a key detail implying her attraction. That makes 2 Saber points. Only need 5 more. Oh no. We don't need the Saber points. We want the Sakura points. No, Sakura! Ugh. Those aren't your feelings, those are your beliefs. Okay. We're at the ad break. Use the time to get some more hydration in me. Probably only going to go another half hour or so, but we got this. Let's get through this training session at least and see where we're setting up. If it looks like it's a big scene or something silly or whatever the heck's going on, we'll see how far we continue. Do you really think so? I was simply expressing what I believe. But those aren't your feelings, those are your beliefs. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm saying you never speak straight. From the heart! Of course not. What is required for me is not my own personal opinion, but rather my opinion based on my standing and position. That is true even now. I am a servant, a saber, and I will protect you, Shiro. There is no point in my saying anything unconnected with my purpose. The route split is in day 3, and now she's been banned from the house. The time for Sakura points has long passed. No! I miss Sakura so much already. Sakura's the best. Ah! Okay. I am curious, like, on the Fate route, is it possible... No, I don't want to say specifically. I will say, with all the characters who can get affection points on each route, is it possible to get, like, that max or whatever you need to achieve, whatever the affection point leads to? Is it possible to get all the characters who could potentially get that on each route? If the way I worded that makes sense. There's no point in saying anything unconnected with my purpose. There's no sense in me thinking otherwise. That may be true, but that would be boring of you. You might have a role to fill, but that doesn't mean you have to devote yourself to that and nothing else. There are things you want to do, right? Affection points are for avoiding bad endings. Keep everyone happy or you will die. There is no way to get everyone to max in any round. That is good to know. I do have one more question that I would like a definitive answer on at this point. Does this symbol mean does that mean I got negative points towards Sakura, or does it mean that branch had the potential for negative points? I just want to know what that symbol means so I can, like, mentally calculate how many points I have. AKA, I only have one. One with Sakura, and now I have 2 with Saber. I have not done anything to make Rin happy. That symbol means lose. So we have lost a point. So we have definitively lost a point with Sakura. That sucks. So we're at 0 with Sakura and 2 at Saber. That sucks. As I said, my job is to protect you. You are inexperienced as a master to begin with, and so I am attempting to train you because you stubbornly insist you wish to fight in spite of my warnings. That may not be entirely true. Well, if you say so, I guess that is kind of true. I feel like this conversation has softened Saber up a bit. She even looks more cheerful now. So not to ruin the moment, I decide to not press the matter. Anyway, now that we talked a bit, my body's cooled off, so we should get back to training. Saber, let's go again. My concussions are all better now. Are you sure? You do seem to have cooled down, but you also appear to be in a whole lot of pain. It's fine, just bruises in my brain, so I can deal with it. Besides, I'm healing automatically now anyway. Master powers! But if it gets worse, the training will be pointless. I believe we should wait longer and see. Fine, I want to do more before Tosaka comes home. I don't want her to see me in this state. I understand it would not do to have Rin, who will eventually become our enemy, learn your abilities. Reckless though it may be, I suppose we should pick up the pace a bit. Saber picks up her sword, and then a really out-of-place sound echoes in the dojo. Saber? I think her stomach is growling. It seems I am hungry. I had not noticed, engrossed in dog training as I was. Oh yeah, now that I mentioned it, it's lunchtime. I can't blame her for her stomach growling. I'm not that hungry yet, but if Saber is, we should have lunch. And if during that time I heal more, yeah, that's probably better. It's lunchtime anyway. I'll buy groceries, and you can rest in the living room. Chiro, if you're going out, I shall accompany you. I'll be fine. I'm just going to go shopping. No one would attack me in broad daylight, and you would just attract attention if you came with me. I'm sure it will not be dangerous. I'm sure. Just wait here. I'll be right back. Why can't we take her with us? We need more Saber hanging out with us. If Sakura's not possible at this point, thanks, Rin, ruining everything. I grab my wallet and head out. It doesn't take me more than 10 minutes to get to the shopping. Okay, I was about to say, how do you have your bike? Did you actually carry Saber on your bike and your back? Okay, the bike I take from the garage today is Unit 2. Unit 1 is still parked in front of you. Okay, thank you. We better go get that bike back. I will legit be really annoyed with Shiro if he doesn't get that bike back. That's kind of messed up to steal a bike at this point, even if it's from yourself. I bike down the hill. I haven't gone to the shopping district midday on a weekday since I was a kid. It's Isai's bike now. Finders keepers. No! Isai, you were supposed to be my friend! Now I'm finally going to pay for not helping him out back on day one with the student council stuff. He's going to be like, this is my bike now, and I'm going to get the bad ending now because he has the bike. The intersection is packed with housewives returning from midday shopping. They're coming from the neighborhood shopping center that Sakura and I go to. I miss Sakura. I finished buying a bag of groceries. Enough food to make lunch for 2 and a light snack. I don't buy anything for dinner since Tosaka is in charge of that tonight, but I do buy enough bread for 4 for tomorrow's breakfast. I don't know how to make strawberry jam, so I just reach for the cheapest. Well, no. That might get complaints. So I go for an expensive jar instead. Oh, this is really eating into my wallet. Why the do I have to spend 1,000 yen on something so sugary? I load the groceries onto my potty mouth bike as I grumble. But then I feel someone tugging at me from behind. Huh? I turn around wondering who it is. Oh no! Saber! Come here, I need you to stab a child for me. Please? Hey! Ilya! What up? There's a silver-haired little girl. I stumbled backwards, knocking over my bike. Don't tell me we broke the jam! I brace myself, and the little girl looks up at me with a smile. What? I can't sense so much a hint of animosity or murderous intent from her. To top it off, the little girl says, I'm glad to see you alive, big brother. She looks so happy. She's definitely Berserker's master. You know, master, the monster who did the whole disemboweling thing. Not the sort of person I just thought I'd run into without shopping. Hey, why are you in school? You're not planning to fight here, are you? Why would you say something so silly? We're not supposed to fight while it's still light out. The little girl pouts. I know we're not supposed to, but that doesn't mean you won't. She's certainly acting like the little girl she seems to be. I have no idea what she must be thinking. Why are you in school? I am sick. I am sick with the disease of I am concussed to hell and back. That counts. I may have gotten the disease after I started skipping school, but I have it now and I should not be there. What's her excuse? If we want to, we can have her come back, hang out with Saber, and she can get the concussion disease too. I'm cool with that. I could at least sense she doesn't pose any threat, though. Yeah. Ilyasfeld von Eisberg. Done. Or you can call me Ilya for short. What is your name? Me, I'm Shiro Emiya. Shiro Emiya. That is a tongue twister. Nobody's ever said it like that. If it's hard to remember, you just call me Shiro. That's my first name. Ilya gets his name wrong in a different way on each route. Heck yeah. Shiro, that is easier. Shiro, huh? Yep, it has a nice ring to it. It's simple, but also kind of haughty at the same time. The SFL looks at me suggestively. I don't like being suggestified by a small child. Find myself shifting weights so I can run in an instant purely by instinct. No, you have to check to make sure you didn't break the strawberry jelly when you tripped over. That's the most important thing right now. She is Berserker's master. If she gets it in her head, she could probably just order him to crush me along with the florist next to me. You don't have to be so tense, Shiro. I left Berserker at home today. You didn't bring Saber with you either. So, we're even. The SFL looks up at me cheerfully. Well, not sure even's the right word right now. Hey, let's talk. There's so much I want to talk to you about. The little girl tugs at my arm as if she's taking her father's hand. Wait, what's the big deal? I'm being kidnapped by a small child. I need an adult. Need an adult! What do you mean? I just want to talk. Kids make friends and talk with them all the time, right? Maybe true. Doesn't apply to us. We're both masters, and we've already kind of fought each other once before. We're actually kind of enemies. That's not true. I don't have any enemies. The other masters are more like pests to me. But if you're good, I might let you go. He smiles wide as she says this. Stay back! Too close! Personal space, small child! I jerk my arm and throw her hand off. She's about to fall. She nearly falls flat on her back because of how hard I shook her off. Ah, Ilya. I don't know why I did. Because she was too close. She was stranger dangering you. It's okay to do that. Next thing I know, I'm reaching for Ilya's though. Her name is too long. I reach for Ilya's waist and try to catch her before she falls. And I lower Ilya to the ground without saying a thing. Now go for the curb stomp. This is your chance to finish her. Ilya is silent. Don't know what to say, so I just stand there looking down at Ilya. That's awkward. So awkward, in fact. I'm just gonna leave. Just gonna leave that. Is that okay with you? Why? Do you hate me or something? I know two of them were in an alternate timeline. But she's still been involved in 3 disembowelments. So yeah, I'm gonna say there's a little bit of hate there. I will say that there is legit some hate here. She asks with the same glow in her red eyes that she had when she spoke to me the other night when she was with Berserker. The chill runs down my spine. I sensed no danger earlier, but she's just reminded me she's still Berserker's master. If I cross her, I'm dead. Well, never be able to face Saber if I died in vain here. Everyone in the shopping district would get dragged into this. Yeah, that's a safe bet. Ilya's willing to use her power anywhere. Fantastic. Fine, you want to talk? I'll do what you want. Is that what you want, Ilya? Yep, let us go to the park. I passed by it earlier, and there was nobody there. Ilya skips off to the park. Come on, hurry. If you don't, I'll leave you behind, Shiro. Frickin' skipping motion. Ilya just spins around and she runs off through the shopping district. Hi there, how are you doing, Scotters? Thanks for stopping in. Just trying not to get murdered by a small child. Hope I succeed. Not a guarantee, because again, she's been involved in 3 disembowelings. She really did go ahead without me. How are you doing today, Scotters? Welcome to the world of Fate Stay Night. I'm more moved than I am confused. Apparently, once you promised Ilya something, she just treats it like the truth. And that's why she just skipped off so happy-like. It's also why, even though she left me behind, I'm not even considering running for it. I already promised I was gonna go talk with her, and she trusts that. What's with her? Oh, she is unstable. Yeah, that's a good word for it. But then again, I haven't gotten to an age where I'm so cynical as to betray a little girl's trust. You betray Saber's trust all the time, and you call her a girl, just a little small girl all the time. How dare you? On Percocets for your shoulder and neck. On Percocets for your shoulder and neck. Heck yeah. Help enjoy the good stuff. Sit back, relax, and enjoy hearing my voice come out of these small girls and people's mouths. Ilya and I were the only two in the park, a little ways from the shopping district. So, I think I remember you mentioning in Rune's chat the other day that you were hurt. But I hope you're feeling better. At least you got some of the good stuff. Kids are in school at this hour. Maybe not. This park's just not as popular anymore. Our conversation begins in a tense, wintry air of the park. So, what do you want to talk about? Do you want to know about Saber? Just want to check. Oh! We don't have a choice here. Alright. Let's get through this scene. Let's get through this conversation, see what she has to say. Saber? Why? Well, we're masters. Don't you want to get information about the other person's servant? I don't want to talk about that kind of stuff. I'll get bored if we don't talk about something funner. Don't really find it boring. I think it's actually kind of cool. Ooh, we can get the best views! Worst if you're still here. Band battle. Who gets to do the band first? Man, I have to actually type it out. Why do I have to actually type it out? It's not autofilling. Just takes about 8% of the pain away and you can't stop the nerve pain. Yeah. Oof, I'm sorry about that. I don't know if it's like a Seribot update or... Oh, okay, never mind. I thought there was a problem, but with the chat and how that spam guy got in here, but like, okay, it's just a different display of how it looks from my end. Hopefully you guys aren't seeing the font. Okay, that's good. Sorry for the distraction. I don't really find anything particularly boring, but what do you want to talk about, small child who's disemboweled me? I don't know. I haven't really talked to people much, so I don't know what to talk about. You're the one who brought me out here without knowing what you want to talk about? Did anyone teach you about frickin' manners? They didn't, did they? Then from now on, you're going to have to be a proper, thoughtful adult, small child. No thanks. I'll leave that to you, Shiro. Isn't it a man's responsibility to escort a lady? You're no lady, you're a disemboweler. So I just have to follow you. Stop! Bad touch! Still bad touch! She smiles and leans against my shoulder. She doesn't seem like she's being touchy. Doesn't seem like she's being touchy-feeling. If anything, it's like a small animal huddled against something to stay warm. Huh? Now that I'm paying attention, she does look cold. Ilya, are you cold? Ah, yes, I am. I do not like the cold. She breathes out a puff of white mist. Though she says she doesn't like the cold, she seems enchanted by her misted breath. I see. It's a lot colder than usual today. You'll have to endure the cold for now, but where did you come from? Your name sounds kind of Nobel or something. I am not kind of noble. I am a noble. I was born in an old castle owned by the Einsburn family. It has always been cold and snowy, so I am used to it being cold like this. You were born in a cold country. Shouldn't you be used to it by now, stupid kid? Yes, but I just don't like it. I like it warm much better. Don't you like it warm too, Shiro? Obviously I'd rather be warm than cold. Disagree! Mainly because I live in the South. Give me the 2-3 months a year I get cold weather. Those are the best months. Let all the things that give me allergies die. I know, that's why I like to stay inside and keep warm when it's cold out. But I like the snow. It's white, and Father says it is like my hair. I clap my hands together in wonderment. Now that she mentioned it, I realize something. I don't know what Ilya remind me of, but if ever there was such a thing as a snow fairy, it would probably look like her. Your dad's pretty clever. Your hair is like snow. Soft and white. Are we touching her hair? Are we touching just some random little girl's hair? Yeah, I heard Ilya father mentioned. I'm confused, but I'll see where it goes. Right. I'm proud of my hair. I got it from Mother. It's the only girly thing about me. No, you also have murderous intent. That's also pretty girly. But outside of that, yeah, I agree. Ilya giggles joyfully. Seeing her act this way makes me feel numb. Although that also could be the cold. If I hadn't seen it earlier myself, I never believed this girl could be Berserker's master. What about you, Shiro? Did you get anything from your dad? Don't say a magic crest, okay? I want to know what you got from your dad as his son, not as a master. Well, I guess the last thing I got from him was my house. Before that was my last name, and the first thing I got was a chance at living again when I was about to die. Also, screw my birth father, I'm just going to ignore that person might have existed. Was Shiro an orphan? I'm trying to remember. It's like, did he have a mom and dad who died in the Holy Grail stuff 10 years ago? Or was he an orphan? I was the only one Kiritsugu managed to save in that fire 10 years ago. Let's see. I didn't get any physical features from you like you did with your parents, but I got plenty of things that were just as good. Ilya looks delighted as if the story were about her. Who wouldn't be happy seeing her smile like that? I wouldn't say happy. I'm more like content that hopefully I'm not going to die yet. But from what you just said, you didn't get his magic crest. That's weird. Does that mean you're not a master? Well, I am an apprentice mage without a magic crest. I'm totally a master. I'm cool. Now that you mention it, you're a master, which means you're a mage too. I am not a mage. I am a master. I was never taught magecraft. Then you didn't inherit your parents' magic crest? Does any master know magecraft in this universe? Like you said, Holy Grail, are you excited about the new Indiana Jones game? It could be fun. I guess the gameplay looks like it could be fun, like whipping Nazis around, always a fun time. I wouldn't say I'm like super duper excited about it. It's just like, maybe if I'm not playing anything else around that time, I'll play it. When does it come out? When does Golden Circle? It comes out like later this year, right? Is it like November? Indiana Jones. Bryn is the only normal master of that. Yeah, she's the only one who actually knows magic and stuff. Yeah, I know the release date is 2024. Okay, December, yeah. December, so maybe there's a chance. I might be done with Metaphor RePhantasma by that point, so there's a chance I'll play it. That's true, but you don't need a magic crest to be a master? So that's why I'm a master. Ilya tilts her head in confusion. Ah, now I'm confused. Ilya's words seem off. Feels like we're each having a different conversation. Ilya, let me ask you something. Where do you live? Sounds like you came here just for the Holy Grail Award. Does that mean you're at like a Motel 6 or something? It'd be pretty bad if she didn't have a guardian or something. Question is, will we be done with Fate Stay Night by the time Metaphor comes out? Probably not. Gotta be honest, probably not. I need to build up my voice acting resilience and try to stream not every other day, but like 4 to 5 days a week if I'm going to have the hope of finishing Fate Stay Night by mid-late October. We need to at least get through one route. We get through one route and we see where the series goes from there. But I am enjoying this, so there's a legit chance I want to do all the routes. Letting a child come here to Japan on her own is just terrible parenting. So, basically every parenting in any anime ever. Hotel, like a vacation villa. Yeah, not a house, but somewhere you stay. Do you have like a sleeping bag? You definitely need to do all the routes. I want to. I'm at this point, like I've said, like literally the first hour of this stream, I think, and I really hope and pray, is the low point of the entire game for me. So from here, it just goes up. And yes, do you see the big forest over there? There's a Western-style mansion my grandfather's grandfather built over there. I was told the Eisburn family's masters stay there for the Holy Grail War. Ilya's points west. Yeah, there's a deep forest, and I guess the place hasn't been developed yet. It takes an hour to get to the forest by car. It takes an hour to get to the forest by car. Did you come all that way from there alone? Yep, I snuck out today. Stella and Lestritz may be my maids, but they're so annoying. I will disembowel them too. I came all the way to Japan, so I think I could go out and do some things. I may have always gotten what I wanted, but I have been shut in my room all this time, so this will be my reward. You've been locked up in your room? Yes, I wasn't allowed outside when it snowed, because it is bad for my body. That is why I usually played in my room. But I'm fine. It's not as cold here as it is the castle. Ilya beams proudly. She swings her legs back and forth, seeming to be enjoying herself. I find myself reaching into my grocery bag. I take out the dorayaki, a Japanese pancake sandwich filled with red bean paste. I bought it to give to Saber, but without knowing why, I give it to Ilya. Want this? It's not fancy, but it's good. What is this? Food? Yeah, not a big fan of sweets, but this is the only exception. This was my favorite tea snack that my old man and I shared. So you are giving this to me? Yeah, it's not as good if you eat alone, so let's eat it together. I hand her the dorayaki. Ilya hesitates, but takes the unfamiliar snack. Tee hee. Okay, thanks. Happily takes a bite. He practically devours the whole thing. I nibble mine and try to stop myself from being overwhelmed by the shocking thought I just had. I don't believe myself. For reasons I simply don't understand, I found myself thinking it'd be nice to have a little sister like her. And not, yeah. He scarfs food down like Goku. Yeah. That's what children do. But honestly, I think Ilya is too innocent. Yeah, I think the person who disemboweled me is too innocent. She might really be an innocent young girl who hasn't learned the difference between good and evil. Honestly, I can't even begin to imagine how a mage family raises a child. But I know without a doubt that Ilya wasn't raised in a normal environment. Tosaka may act the way she does, but she's still a mage at heart. She understands the gravity of the Holy Grail War. But this girl may have become a master without appreciating what it means to kill people. Evil! I haven't been talking to her long, but I don't think Ilya's the sort who would choose to kill anyone. If that's the case, Ilya, there's something serious I need to talk to you about. But then, she raises her head as if someone just called for her. Ilya, what's wrong? Something happened? Yes, I need to go home. Berserker woke up. She jumps off the bench and just runs out of the park without a goodbye. Okay, later. I go back to the house. I decide to keep quiet about meeting Ilya. This is the sort of thing I should be sharing right away. And I know it, but I don't feel like talking about it. Ilya wasn't acting like a master in the park. We talked about trivial things and casually parted ways. So I hesitate to bring up what happened today to the others. I feel bad for keeping secrets, but I don't want to think of a little girl I met as an enemy. Yeah, you tend to really underestimate girls, dude. Alright. Ah! Saber needs food. Hey, to you, Tom Barrett. Just gonna need you right here. So, yeah, that's the sneak preview. Next time, do you want to see the Soccer Wars bath moment? Do you want to see me become a peeping Tom? Do you want to see TOS Tawberry's return? Because we're absolutely going to need TOS Tawberry next stream. Tune in next time. Same Twitch channel, same Twitch time. I don't know what time I'm going to stream, but my voice is feeling good. I think we can do this again tomorrow. We will try to aim to stream again tomorrow. Wait, no. Okay. Tomorrow is All In, which is a wrestling pay-per-view I'm going to be watching. If I stream tomorrow, it will be a late night stream. I don't know if I'm going to do a late night stream. I might scream at the TV all day watching wrestling because I do love myself some wrestling, but we'll see how it goes. Just as bad as that game, Mr. Mosquito, back on the PS2. I never played that one, but I remember watching the clips of that one from, like, X-Play. Late night would probably be around, like, 7 o'clock. Because, like the pay-per-view is actually in England, so it starts at, like, 1 o'clock. It's probably going to run to, like, 6 or so, like, 7 or 8 o'clock might be a start time, and it might not be that long. We'll see. We will try. We will try tomorrow. It depends on, like, how my voice is and how exhausted I am after the pay-per-view. Worst case scenario, we stream Monday. But, like, I don't want to go more than 2 days without playing this without some excuse. So either Sunday or Monday. Pay attention to my Twitter feed at KD Corley on Twitter. Pay attention to, like, your follows. Hit the follow and the bell thingy, I guess, if you want. I don't know. I say hit the bell thingy, but I don't think I've ever hit the bell thingy for anyone. But, like, the way I watch Twitch is just like, oh, someone I like is on Twitch. I'm going to watch them for a while. Some of them are, like, appointment television for, like, the ones who actually have, like, a set schedule, but just, like, that's how I watch Twitch for the most part. Yeah, there's a level just like what you're about to do. What are we going to do? Oh, I'm terrified of what I'm going to be running into. But hey, awkward shower scene next time. Congratulations, guys. Make sure you tune in early to see that, as well as our musical theater singing, which we always do. Who is streaming at the moment? I hate how Twitch has their stuff laid out now on mobile. Okay. Don't really worry about notifications. Check Twitch all the time just to see who's on. Okay. I will give y'all a list of choices. We can either... No, do we want to go with... Let's go with Langrisser. Langrisser is some good stuff. Yeah, they mess with the mobile too much with Twitch. And just like, each time it's okay, they ruin it. So we're going to raid into Kimmeekster. Just call her Kim. She was earlier today playing a little bit Tales of Vesperia, but now she's switched over to Langrisser 1, which is a fun little strategy game. If you feel like participating in the raid, we do have raid commands. You've activated my raid card because branding. I also recommend you follow our buddy The Worst Heroes, because Thursdays, the Ace Attorney series is back. We came back Thursday and we had a freaking blast. We're back in full force, making all sorts of stupid jokes, doing all sorts of fun voice acting, while I sit back and watch Worst try to solve the case on his own, because I've played all the games and know how they all go. And I just taunt him and tease him with hints at what's coming. But, all right. Thank you so much to everyone who stopped in. It has been an absolutely wonderful stream. Thank you, Rivers, who stopped by. Thank you, Scotters. Thank you, Uber. Thank you, Skeeth. Story Arc is once again great to see you all. Thank you to Worst for stopping in. Screw the Bot who stopped in. And until next time, fare thee well. Ta-ta.